and welcome to unMadeGaming. We are here for, I don't know, man, Men of Letters, I guess? We're here for episode 14 of Men of Letters. It's called Causality, because, you know, names. We're here with most of our casting crew, and we will proceed with some nonsense tonight, as per usual. We're here with Marcy, we're here with Chelsea Little Red Dot, we're here with Colin, we are here with Gnome, and we are missing our lovely, always annoyed at my NPCs, Jess. She'll be here next week, and she'll be equally annoyed at my NPCs. Marcy is typing heresy in chat, and yeah, speaking of her heresy, if you guys want to give some cold hard cash this wonderful, amazing cast, there's a bar on the screen that once it fills, I get to enact all kinds of eldritch horror into the game, and all of the money that goes into that bar goes back to this wonderful cast. Heresy. Okay. And if you guys want to support the channel directly, the best way to do that is our Patreon. And if you want to join the conversation, head on over to our Discord and join us in our little graveyard over there. And with that, previously on the Men of Letters. Returned to the waking world with recollected memories, Jack, Hiram, Tora, Joey, and Bradley began to piece together what information they had about the pending apocalypse and how best to stop it. They knew that the Vermis de Mysteris, as well as the Shining Trapezohedron, were needed to summon forth the four horsemen of the apocalypse and unbar the passageway for Nyarlathotep, and thus they would need the artifacts to defeat the horsemen. Determined to ensure that the death of Dr. West was real in this new timeline, our investigators returned to the basement of the Residency Hall and were instead met with the Saracenic Tabernacle and the Shining Trapezohedron. You guys are now all back at the Foxglove. It has been 2 days since you destroyed the Tabernacle, ingested a human heart, and spit out the Shining Trapezohedron. What have you been doing for these last 2 days? All of the Men of Letters that were around Arkham, not on missions elsewhere, have returned and are, much to the chagrin of Mrs. Belladonna, making the Foxglove a de facto base camp. So they are coming and going in their own ways, looking for these apocalyptic members and these cults and all this other kind of things. So what are you five technically doing at the Foxglove? What have you been doing for the last 2 days?
Well, I have 6 XP somehow. So I was thinking of...
terrifying.
Yeah, I was thinking of spending 4 of them.
Okay.
Oh wow, I have 5.
Learn magic.
What do we do with XP again?
What you should be doing is spending it to not have shitty rolls.
Okay,
remember
well,
all
I'll
those
do that.
remember all those ones you rolled last week?
No.
No. I remember several of them.
I didn't roll ones. That was
Pretty sure you rolled a couple. But what you can do is you can spend 4 of them for an additional level up piece. Like you can increase your effort, you can increase your pools, you can learn a new skill.
Yeah. So right now I'm at effort 3.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if I want
to
to go to 4.
Yeah, drain that intelligence as quick as possible. Why not?
Right? Like, that's the thing. That would be, what, 12? It would be 10. I would be able to spend 10 points on a single roll. That's too much. I will waste that on something inconsequential. So I think I'm going to boost my pools directly.
That makes sense. So what does that look like narratively for us? So how do you, over the next 2 days or so, how do you train yourself to be a smarter boy?
Well, we have a creepy ritual room downstairs. So I think the other Men of Letters occasionally check in to make sure that Bradley isn't dead, and each time there's a montage of increasingly bizarre arcane rituals being conducted, culminating with a muffled thump of an alcohol explosion, and Bradley the door to the basement like opening, smoke just pouring out, but not like explosion smoke, that kind of thick incense like smoke that you can almost taste. And out like he is being birthed anew is Bradley. Kind of stumbles naked to the bar, pours himself 2 shots of gin, drinks them, and then asks for a towel.
I'm disgusted by your description. I'm offended. The barkeep, the wizened old man from previously in this season, just kind of looks over at you, closes the trap door, and he just takes the dirty rag off of his shoulder and sort of hands that to you.
Thank you. I'm going to take a nap. And
yeah, no problem, son. Why don't you head upstairs? It's you'll find anything that's open, I guess. Just we'll clean it up afterwards.
Bradley reaches out and like gently pats the guy's cheek.
Oh, witches.
Thank you, and I'm so sorry that you can only see with your eyes. I'm sorry. And like he just drifts upstairs.
I'm so glad the pay's higher here. This is just it's the best gig in town. And you just hear him muttering about is the pay really worth all of this nonsense? He is neither a man of letters, nor a ghost, nor anyone of the greater arcane community, and is just an old guy that mans the bar and knows too much, like any good bartender.
Nice.
What are the rest of you doing over the course of these 2 days?
What is the general demeanor? Like, I know, like, last time, the first time we botched it, and then you gave us a second chance.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the sky was kind of like weird colors, and there were like monsters roaming about. We're not at that point, right? Like, people are just going about their day to day.
Yeah, no one seems any the wiser.
Great. Joey needs a new hat to match his bathrobe or his new jacket. So I think Joey's gonna go shopping for a hat at some point. Right now.
That sounds a lot like stealing.
Yeah, he probably did steal it. It was probably actually in the... Yeah, it was probably in the space, unless for some reason there's a cheap hat shop.
Does Joey have money?
No. So I probably would take it.
Okay.
No, at least my character sheet doesn't say so I'm going to assume probably not.
Yeah, so Joey is sneaky and want to break into homes and other places.
I'm trained in pickpocketing.
Yeah, I know. I'm well aware.
Oh, okay.
So you're trained in stealing and just being just a gutter snipe. So go ahead and narrate for us how you steal this hat. I'm not going to make you roll for it. You have enough points in sneaking and stealing and criminal activity.
Oh, great. Perfect. Yeah. When nobody's looking, Joey leaves.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Because that's what Joey does. Yep. And pitters down the street to the shoe shine, like, stand.
Yeah.
Where, there's the kid who polishes the shoes, and the snazzy man sets his hat to the side as he gets his shoe shined. And I'm going to just, like, sneak up and take it. And then wink at the shoe guy.
Dad, if you don't have a fancy hat around, I'm going to be very disappointed.
I don't.
Oh, there we go.
But I do have a bowler hat around. I have a much fancier one, but it's not time period appropriate.
I literally assumed you went...
It's like bowler hat.
I'll make a story about this hat.
Somewhat.
No, I like that. A bowler hat is appropriate for the 1920s.
It's appropriate, and it's way more fitting to my new snazzy jacket.
Yeah, so I feel like at some point, everyone just slowly notices nonchalant Joey behaving like they didn't just get a new hat, just saunter in with an obvious new hat. That is definitely a bowler trying to play off like they didn't just steal a bowler hat. Okay, Jesus. Jack and Hiram, you are the remaining two. What are you guys doing for the last 2 days?
Men of letters, come for the elder gods, stay for dot transforming slowly. Chaplain over this episode.
Yeah.
So Jack isn't sure what to do. He's not smart enough for this shit. He's not super great at doing anything except for talking to people, and he's getting a little bit more of a semblance of control over his wolf form.
Okay.
But even that has been risky. So I think I need a training montage where he goes from human Jack to wolf to human to wolf. Just
Okay.
trying to do it in quick succession. It won't work all the time because I'm pretty sure there needs to be a rest in between for at least one of the tiers, but
Sure.
I think training montage would be good.
So, when you're a werewolf, you're a bipedal, right? That's what we just, you're not like, this isn't like Twilight where you're like a wolf. You're like bipedal, claws going, like Wolfman.
Yeah, I mean, like, so the way the form is, he could run quadruped.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking that it's like the wolves from from the British version of Being Human.
Okay,
So it could
yeah. Cool. So, what are you doing in the training montage where you are transforming back and forth? Is it like a Rocky Balboa style, punching meat to eating meat, punching meat to back and forth?
So I'm thinking that it's got to be at least a little bit protected. So he's going to have to, one, either sneak in or ask Belladonna to use her warehouse, because he knows that can hold him for the most part, at least. And I'm thinking it's a control session. He's trying to change so that he can change back and or gain control of himself.
Okay. Would you have any of your men of letters, friends and allies, there with you to like watch or guard you in case something went down?
That sounds like an idea that Drunk Jack wouldn't come up with.
Perfect. Cool. So as you have your 1980s training montage in the warehouse, transforming back and forth into wolves and back, multiple wolves, you notice two things. There is three things, I guess. There is no giant hole in the wall in the basement. There is also no giant tubular, metallic contraption that would have held one Joey. And there is also no arcane sigil carved into the floor. It seems as though whatever the actions you guys have taken in the future past situation, the whatever summoning was happening here never actually took place. It seems as though the wall that was blown out wasn't a natural lead-in to the underground tunnels, that these guys made it to use in this location.
Bootleggers, what? So Jack's not necessarily a very intelligent person, but it's weird, these things that just don't exist anymore. And the way that they were describing it earlier was like doors being opened, which is super weird.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm starting to wonder if we're not caught in some sort of time loop in which we keep taking turns winning and the other people send us back in time. And I'm wondering if we started out losing.
What? That sounds like some Supernatural meets League of Extraordinary Gentlemen bullshit. That's what that sounds like.
It does.
Marcy. If I had to put a pin in that, that's what that sounds like. It sounds like some straight
It
up.
sounds like everything that we saw before had been a door opened.
Yep. It sounds like some literally bullshit that you're saying right there. That's
It
totally
does.
not true.
Anyway, wolf out.
I'm sorry, but now I'm gonna look for excuses to make you wolf out to make that noise.
Wild horse. This one.
As often as possible. Wolf Marcy is best Marcy. Yeah, so you have your training montage. You notice a few things. You are well ensconced by this building. There's no breakouts or something like that. You are in far better control of your abilities than previously. And this is the first time you've really been using them and pushing them to the limit. So you're pretty confident in your ability that if a fight should break out, you would be in control. And that brings us to Hiram. What have you been doing? There hasn't been a lot to punch.
No.
So
I'm not happy about that. So I think I'd spend a couple days kind of preparing for the end of days, I want to go and get, I don't really know how money works here, but I got some XP.
Okay.
And Buddy Jack still owes me $18
That's true.
I want a heavy weapon.
Okay.
I want to get something big.
What?
Big.
I feel like what a normal person considers big and what Hiram considers big is very different.
I'm
What?
really like a fucking stop sign or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. What are you just wrenching something at a light post? What are you doing?
You know what? I think I'm spending a couple days, probably grab some, rod irons from, construction site and some rivets and shit and just fucking soldering that shit together to make just this massive sledgehammer type thing that would just splatter faces. Yeah.
Okay.
For two
Yeah.
fucking...
You can have that. You need to come up with a name for this thing. You can have that. So over the course of days, all I can imagine is everyone's going about their normal business, and you're just carrying heavy loads of metal in, just nonchalantly, and heading down to the basement, then leaving and coming back, and you just hear noises and swears and the sound of punching metal. As you
That's how you build weapons, right? You just punch them.
Dot, as our resident scientist, that's how you build things, right? You just
I
punch
think it depends on which video game you're playing.
Just submission.
That's actually fair.
Sometimes you can punch things and make weapons.
There's a 45-second clip of just, and then you just have this giant weapon that doesn't make any sense for those motions.
Yep.
You just punch a few light posts and you get metal. We're playing Minecraft. This is your element, Joey.
Yeah, see, I just this is my goal is to make everything into Minecraft.
We're killing it then.
Marcy makes everything into Adventure Time. And you make everything to Minecraft. So 2 days pass. You all have your various thefts and montageries. Jesus. It is now January 10th, 1927. The men of letters have been coming and going. They have gone off of your description of the short fat guy with the bowler hat, the woman with the white hair and the very tight bun, and the very muscular military-esque kind of person. Looking for those people, looking for anyone in the white hooded sheets with the triangle on them. Basically, any description you had of culty activity.
So here's the thing, we all looked different there too. So I don't really think they're gonna look like that.
Okay. So in that case, what would the description you guys would give to the men of letters to kind of canvas?
What were their pins again?
One had a scales, like a measuring scales, one had a bow and arrow, and one had a sword.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking one of our people is a judge.
So the scales, one of the biblical signs of the horsemen, I believe it was either famine or death that held the scales.
I thought we already
Is this Colin or Bradley?
Yeah. Each Colin.
So Colin, you.
Ask this thing.
So this is a given for most people. Each one of those is a symbol of one of the horsemen.
Yeah. That's just the only one I knew.
Scales is pestilence. The sword is war, and the bow and arrow is conquest.
Yeah, because we already killed Death.
Yes.
Wait, we can die. We killed Death. Nobody can die. The fuck? We made a mistake, y'all.
Have we tested this theory?
You want to try it out?
Don't test it.
Hey,
Well, how do you test it?
Nope.
Bradley,
Yes?
you want to test this theory, put it into practice, or however, you do academically, whatever, science.
No. I feel that I've been of late seduced by the siren's call of this so-called scientific process.
Science ain't no process.
And I have been foregoing my usual methodologies for mere rational decision.
God forbid.
Yeah, great. So let's talk about this stuff. So when we found the person that's the doctor who's been identified as Dr. West, identified as Death, he was trying to cheat Death.
Right. But we
Right.
took his heart.
Sure. So maybe all these people are in some place where they're in the most control. Maybe it's not about cheating Death or living forever, but it's about being in control of Death. So if we look at these things like pestilence, maybe the local hospital, I don't know about
Went to the
Conquest,
map.
maybe the police department or something. And then who wants to commit a federal crime tonight?
I do.
Right.
No biggie.
Well, okay, wait. I have something that I've not used yet, and it seems like high time. All right, these weapons or symbols, as like Jack's laying them out. Joey has a thrill for pertinent details, which means, if I remember correctly, it basically means that I have, it's like a knack for remembering the small things that most people would forget, to like piece stuff together.
Yeah.
I can roll it if you want.
What are you trying to piece together?
I'm trying to think about Joey's time in the city, knowing what Joey knows about the streets and locations, and try to make connections to the symbols that we're talking about that represent each of them, to see if there's anything that Joey can draw just from knowledge or remembrance.
Would I be able to help given my family's long history in this town?
I don't see why not. Yeah, so I'm gonna have you roll,
Okay.
Joey, and I'm gonna give you an asset on top of that for Bradley's assistance. So yeah, roll me an intelligence. Difficulty is going to be 4.
Okay. I'm gonna use some effort. Just one. And you said one asset?
Yeah, you get 1 asset. So it's whatever your skill is. There you go. So you're trained, you get 1 asset. Success. Okay. So you're trying to find like a physical connection to where a sword, scales, bow, what those could represent inside the city, having gone street to street with Bradley's aid, and something kind of 2 things kind of pick up in your mind that could represent 2 of the 3. You recall that there is a research facility. It's an off-site part of Miskatonic University. It's well guarded, not by like military or by police. It's sort of like a private group. They seem to be guarding this, and what the research is has always been vague. You also recall from Jack's discussion and just being nosy and overhearing things, that the man you guys rescued from Zinko's, who is normally a toy maker, was also making machine parts. And he was making very small machine parts, and your scientific mind and your knack for inventing, you're pretty sure that the parts that were described that can go inside toys can also go inside weaponry if properly configured. Think like mass-producing rifling.
Okay. Joey delivers this information, I guess. I just kind of like dump it out. I'm like, oh, there's a scary research facility. It's super well guarded. I've never been able to get in. I want to know what they're doing, but nobody knows what they're doing. It's just there. So that seems sketchy, right? Oh, and then there's this toy maker in town. He's kind of sketchy too. He makes all these little parts, and they're supposed to go in toys, but I can tell you, they can go in other stuff too. Like guns and weapons.
Colin, Bradley, for your little assist there, roll me intelligence, difficulty 3. Your knowledge of the town will count as an asset.
4, 3. I will spend some of my effort, because I always do.
You want to spend 5 points of it?
No.
You succeed. Based on Joey's description, if you look at the map that you have, absconded in Belladonna's foxglove, Zinko's, as well as the Emmett Kant research facility, seem to be the 2 places she's discussing. You know for a fact it's Zinko's because you went there with Jack and rescued a guy, and that's where he told you that. But the research facility you know is Emmett Kant's.
Okay.
Both of which are 2 points of the pentagram.
I think Bradley figures this out as he has taken one of those absinthe strainers and is currently gently shaking it and dripping water through some tea leaves and watching where the droplets of water land as he hums a mantra. And Bradley knows that those 2 locations seem a little more damp than the others.
What does that
I don't know
mean?
nothing about them being damp, but I'll tell you they're and look. They're on the pentagram, on the spots.
I think we said the same thing.
No, you called it wet.
And
Jack, look, Jack's on this, and I take the map and I slide it over to Jack, and I'm like, right here and here, these 2 locations, they already line up. You're right. It's like the pieces of the parts, or parts of the pieces, or something. And I keep pointing at the map, very excited, I know that these are the 2 locations.
The pattern is returning.
You hear Tora moan from the corner.
Yeah. So, any of these locations match up in any meaningful way with the with the cult star that we had earlier? My apologies, I don't remember the name for the actual.
Oh yeah.
You mean the pentagram?
Yeah.
If you look on the map on Roll20, these 2 locations are 2 of the locations of the pentagram.
Yeah.
Okay. So we already went to Miskatonic, and then
so you went to Zinko's the night you were rescuing everyone.
Yes.
You had gone to Zinko's. You had found the man on the roof who told you he was watching that place.
And we said no to dull horror.
Yes, you did. You said you noped out and you sent him to the research facility. Everyone made it out alive, but he told you on the roof that the Zinko's toy shop was not only producing toys; they were mass producing arcane implements and things to be used in weaponry.
Yeah, he did mention that.
I go, yeah. I remember. Well, and I think I saw it. I don't really know which timeline it's a part of no more, but I know it's for real.
Well, I mean, if you really want to get complicated with it, it's all the same timeline.
I can draw it out if you'd like.
The pentagram or the timelines?
The timelines.
It makes a shape like Jeremy Baramy.
Good. Sorry, Mike. We're sorry. No, we're not.
The eye broke me.
I think we should return to the doll shop, or we should go to the factory.
Well,
gonna have to do both. So just
Okay, well. I know you have a new fancy weapon and all that, but that science facility, you can't just walk in the front door. It's
Right.
like scary.
We can walk in the back door.
make our own door.
It's
I
heavily
did not take you
guarded.
for a backdoor man, Bradley.
Wow.
I did.
Wow.
I don't get it.
Wow.
Jack,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up.
Hey, watch your fucking mouth. There's a kid here.
Wait, what? I don't understand. Most places have back doors.
Yeah, they do, don't they? All right, so I'll just walk him through the front door. Why not?
But are they armed, Mike? I'm guessing they are, the security.
Do a little
Maybe.
bit of like reconnaissance
But
to get
hold
over
on. No, you all go through the back. I'm a representative for a family who owns a wealthy radio network.
Wait,
Wait a second. Is that true?
Yeah.
The whole time?
Yes.
Just not locally.
It's not local, but it could be with the help of their sponsorship or something. This is what I do when I talk to people.
do you want someone who is local to make an introduction?
Oh, absolutely not. If it's you. Do you know anybody?
Yes. And they would meet us there.
I think I'll be fine.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I'm down for the science facility. Let's do it.
So let me just get this right. Your plan is to walk into the front door of a science facility and say, "Would you like to sponsor my radio?"
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
It's a good pitch.
Do they have a tall tower on top? Because really, I just need height.
You know
Oh,
what?
sure, you could just be buying the roof access.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
you
know
know, the
what?
Eiffel Tower was
Yeah.
built to transmit radio waves.
You're
for
right. You know what? Why not? Of course, there's a radio tower on a creepy facility of research.
There is.
Okay, so before you just walk in the front door in traditional Men of Letters fashion, not that I'm trying to stop you at all.
I'm making mercy choices.
Do any of you would like to, reconnoiter this kind of place, or are you just gonna charge in?
What do I remember about it? I'm sure that, if it's a science facility I've not been able to get in, Joey at some point has, checked this place out.
Yeah, so
Let's get.
with your previous role, Joey, the entire place is fenced in. It's chain link fence, and it has those slats through the fencing so that you
Yes.
kind of can't see inward.
Yes.
There is razor wire on the thing, and you've seen, because creeping around, there are patrols of people that sort of walk around inside. There is a side entrance on West High Street that is a rolling gate that allows trucks to move in and out. And there does appear to be an entrance in the front that allows the workers to go in. You've never actually seen a worker enter or leave this place. You have seen the giant tower atop it. And you've heard rumors of a place in the facility called the Bone Hall.
That's a very normal place name for a science facility.
Maybe they're radiocarbon dating in 1927, Bradley. Shut your mouth.
These trucks that come in,
Yeah.
do they come in frequently?
At least once a day. You're not sure if it's the same truck or a fleet of trucks. They all seem to be two people are driving them. They're typical trucks of this era, but they are the refrigerator trucks.
Oh,
Can we do a little heisty heist?
that's what I'm thinking.
the truck?
Yeah. Me and the wizard will hide in the truck. Hiram, you drive. They'll think you're just delivering whatever is delivered, and then Jack can make the distraction at the front. We'll slip right in like milk being delivered.
Joey,
What?
you called me a wizard without a sense of irony.
No, there was irony.
I didn't hear any irony, Joey. You're starting to believe me, aren't you?
The wizards only exist if you believe. They
Maybe.
exist.
That's fair.
There's some interesting
Very-
perspectives on
I
that.
do believe in wizards. I do believe in wizards.
That one got me. this episode.
So yeah, no, Joey likes this plan a lot, and maybe sort of you're a wizard. I mean, you came through a puff of smoke out of the basement this morning.
That no, kid, that's
That was
medicinal.
Like it was medicine smoke.
yes.
Bradley's
Great.
Okay, so we're gonna quickly switch over to Blades of the Dark and plan a heist here. Cool. So, what are you guys bringing on your heist? What do you have? What assets do you have to help you in heist?
I got this guy here, and I got this guy here.
All right, you got the muscle. So you need to find one of these trucks and then steal it.
Okay.
Is what I'm getting here.
They were like refrigerator truck, like milk trucks, or like can we like steal one from the back end of a grocery store or something?
So they're not milk trucks. I mean, you could steal a milk truck and then paint it. They all look exactly the same. They are this like powder blue. They have Emmett Camp Research Facility on both of the sides. They have the double hasp back door that you can tell is a refrigerator truck. In 1927, there's only so many models of vehicles, so all refrigerator trucks essentially look the same. They're just painted different with different logos on them. So you could steal a different one, paint it, and then bluff your way in, or you could steal an actual one.
I got time to paint it. I got an idea.
We just gotta wait. Scout the place, watch the place, see when one leaves or is coming inbound.
Yeah.
As it's backing up, and just kill him there. Throw him in the back.
Yeah, I got an idea. What if? Well, do you trust me?
I like how everyone just glossed over the fact that Hiram just said kill 2 random people that are driving.
Well, that's the
Bradley
finishing
has
touch.
noted.
But, okay, so you're right. I think it's the inbound truck. We need to create the distraction. I'm gonna throw myself in front of it. I play dead. I do it all the time. People give me money.
That's actually I see kids do that. Smart.
And then when he gets out to check on me, because I'm like, dying in the street or whatever, you guys can jump in.
I can also simply rupture a tire and then fix the tire.
We need the tire, and we need it pretty quick, so...
It's magic.
You can blow it and fix it with magic?
Yes.
Why didn't everybody ever tell me I could be a wizard?
I'm sorry, is no one going to be concerned that Joey's routinely committing 1927 insurance fraud by jumping in front of moving vehicles and asking them for money? It's just going to...
Totally normal fucking thing.
Like, we've all been there.
Have we, Marcy?
Are we supposed to feel bad for the insurance companies? Is that where our sympathies should lie? No. Joey's a scrapper. Joey's doing what they need to survive.
I was about to say, yeah.
Listen, at least 2 of you are from
You
wealthy
agreed
families.
to let
We
me
should feel
have
bad
a
for those
13-year-old
insurance
newsy
companies.
child. You agreed to this.
There's so many regrets. All of them are about the show. Okay, so that's the going plan. Jump in, commit insurance fraud, steal said vehicle, possibly kill 2 people.
So how long do we have? Why don't we just steal one of the vehicles there to use?
Do we know where they keep them?
Not right now.
I
You'd have to do
like
that.
the idea of stealing one en route, because if we steal one like ahead of time, they may notice it missing.
Yeah, exactly. We just we watch them for like 1 or 2 days. See what trucks go in, what trucks come out. We'll follow one back to where they store it, and we'll just take one en route on its regular schedule.
Because they're expecting it. We go in, we got a truck, but we're not on the list. They're gonna be suspicious.
Okay. So how do you plan to do this? Set up a reconnaissance station?
Self?
I'm gonna go stand on the street. I mean, I know the rough trajectory it would take, right? To like, I've watched it to some degree, like pull in, so I know which direction they come from.
Yeah, they all come from West High Street.
Great. I'm gonna go a couple blocks up from that.
Okay.
Is where Joey's gonna take station. I need a way to let you guys know. So
We can just be watching it. They don't
I
know
guess
what
that's
we look
true.
like.
that's right. We'll be standing on the corner.
Okay.
I won't be because I'm gonna go in through the front door.
Right. Yeah. It's a timing thing.
Yeah. So I feel so you're okay. 1927 technology. So you're going to be standing by front door area, waiting to see a truck pull in, and hoping that your friends are in it. Jack is what I'm essentially getting here.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I have an idea.
Sounds fine, right? Sounds flawless.
I have an idea.
Let's hear it.
And I know Marzi is going to love it because it's based off the seminal film Hudson Hawk with Bruce Willis.
I already Hudson Hawked in an episode of something recently, so yes, let's do it again.
Okay, so the plan is that we time ourselves because we can't like sync watches or anything. Mm-hmm. We time ourselves by singing the same show tune, knowing exactly how long it takes to sing.
Yes.
So when we get the truck, we start singing, and Jack will know like roughly when we'll have arrived because we'll be in the same part of the song.
Which song are we singing?
And
how will Jack know when to start singing?
What's that?
How will Jack know when to start singing?
Jack would see us get the truck, right? Because it's going to take some time to get the truck and then actually drive to the place. So we'll be arriving more or less at the same time.
Okay. Do you all need watches or something?
I pull out a broken pocket watch.
I always forget to wind mine.
You're supposed to wind them?
As a GM tip that Colin is so fond of, when making an encounter, don't plan any part of it, and your players will convolute the hell out of it and make it way more entertaining than you planned for. So, you're going to have a child throw themselves in front of a moving vehicle, hope that they stop, beat up the people inside, steal the vehicle, sing show tunes, and simultaneously plan to enter in the back door while someone enters in the front door and tries to sell a radio tower to a science facility.
Mike, it's like you haven't seen Hudson Hawk.
They're going to do this, and like the flaw in the plan, and I'm not going to point this out because I don't care.
Like, I imagine Jack
I don't know how long it takes them to do the first part before they start singing.
Right.
No, that's my point.
I love that.
No, that was my point. Is Jack would see us doing this because it's going to take time for us to get the truck and head towards the facility, and during that time, Jack is heading to the facility themselves.
So you want us to just drop Jack off on like the corner and kind of like wait?
Oh, so you think Jack's helping you steal the car?
Well,
no, they just see it.
Helping is a word.
Helping is
like a
very
So
it goes like
you're
this.
so
Step
you're
one.
hoping that Jack sees you steal the car.
This
I'm
is
hoping he
funny.
can just be there.
Stand there.
Okay. All right.
I know, I don't want to be there because
I don't want to be.
When we say there, it can be like a cafe a block down the street. Like you don't have to like be. You just have to see us get in the truck, and I'm gonna start singing pretty loudly.
Look, y'all can do what you want. My character sheet has this big thing on it. It's a type called speaker, which I haven't gotten to use at all.
Let's do it.
So I'm going to walk in through the front door.
I really just see Jack waiting, like by the front door, waiting for this truck to come by, and then he like looks down the street and sees just the buffoonery of a car theft happen, and he goes, "No," and then just leaves. No, not today, Satan. It just goes. Okay.
Yeah, it's our plan. Let's do it. We set up all the pieces.
Okay.
Hit play.
The dominoes are in place. Jack, you are standing by close enough to the main gate to see the truck come in and begin singing show tunes. The rest of you are stationed. Where is your elaborate operation
So
going to happen?
I'm gonna look like I'm a newsie.
Yep.
I'm on the street,
Easy sell.
selling some newspapers to these two buffoons.
Okay.
Who I don't know. We can cause a scene or something, and then maybe I get upset, and I'm gonna run out in the street.
Okay. Cool.
Just in time.
Here's what I would like. I would like for everyone to roll me an intelligence difficulty 3. You all have an asset for the actual Men of Letters. In attempting to locate one of these vehicles and get a schedule of when they're coming. Because right now you don't actually have one. You're just sort of standing in the road until something appears.
Okay.
Okay. How do I use XP? Do I just roll?
You just re-roll.
I like that plan. Difficulty 4 or 3, you said?
I will say I only need one of you to succeed at this roll. So, okay, all of you have failed.
Okay, hang on. Nobody panic. Nobody panic.
Okay.
There we go.
So, collectively, the group succeeds, and you have found a schedule. So you at least now know what time to stand around and do this Broadway play of Let's Steal a Milk Truck. So, Joey is argumentatively selling newspaper to these two quote-unquote buffoons. Jesus Christ. As this truck slowly... I was going to say barrels down, but it's 1927. They go like 10 miles an hour. So it slowly putters down the way. And you can see this, powder blue truck. 2 men are inside. They are strangely dressed for 2 truck drivers. No offense to truck drivers, but they are suited. They are suited, and they both have caps similar to the one that Joey kind of wears, but nicer, not stolen. As they down the newsy cap, not the bowler hat. As they move down the street. Now's your chance to strike, Joey.
Okay. I go, how dare you? I'm going to tell my dad. And I run out in the street. I'm going to jump. Because I have training in jumping. I'm going to jump and attempt to land on the top of the car and wait until they stop and roll off the front. I also recently got something new that is called Ignore the Pain.
That's great and awesome. Bradley is quietly waggling his fingers down near his leg and casting that armor spell on Joey before the truck.
Yeah.
Cool. That gives Joey 1 armor, right? 1 plus 1 armor.
But before we do this, can I have activated my Cypher?
What
for
was
my
your
armor?
Cypher?
It's just armor that lasts for 24 hours.
How many activations does that have? Just 1, right?
Yeah, per day.
Oh, 1 per day. Jesus, what did I give you?
Armor reinforcer.
I thought Cyphers usually only have 1 use period. But that one...
Your fault.
Well...
I haven't had I think I only had the 1 Cypher.
You did, because it was a monkey's paw. You were like, can I use both of my all of my Cyphers to get a monkey's paw? I was like, yeah, Colin, you do whatever the hell you want. That sounds dumb.
Right.
It was.
Well,
okay, so
here we are now jumping in front of cars, Mike. So
I need you to roll me a speed, difficulty 3.
Oh, you don't want me to roll my train skill?
So it's going to be like a dodge thing. So your jump will count for it.
Okay.
But that's it. So it's gonna be a difficulty 3. We'll call it a jump check.
Okay, jump check. So that's actually might, surprisingly enough.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean,
I can always try here. Look, I can change.
Yeah,
the
you're
speed.
you're taking the brunt of a car.
What's the difficulty to make this happen?
Difficulty's 3.
Okay, here we go. And what did I get from? How does that play in what he just gave me?
If you get hit by a car, you'll take less damage.
Perfect. It's very specific. I'm gonna re-roll that. 3 XP. This is important. We're gonna jump, Joey, jump. No.
I will say there is no limit on the amount of times you can spend XP and
really?
re-roll. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll go down to another one. I'm just gonna keep rolling till I get it right.
He says,
I've done this
trying
enough.
to get
This
you to drain
should
your XP for the future.
If
happen. I
you
know.
don't on this third one, I think like Hiram's fast enough
So
to catch.
I rolled 2 2s and a 5.
Okay.
It's okay. Let me just take the blame. All I'm trying to do is get in front of it. I don't care if I get hit. I don't care if I successfully do it. All I gotta do is get in front of the car.
Yeah. Okay, so you are going to jump, and you flail about saying, I'm going to go get my dad. And then you jump in front of this vehicle. Although you mistime your jump a little bit, you stumble off the curb, and you get hit by this car. So it's only going a few miles an hour. It's only going less than 10 miles an hour. But you're going to take 5 points of might damage.
Okay, hang on. Okay, I have 3 armor now plus this.
You have
this,
2 from Colin, right?
2 from him, and I ignore the pain. And I need to double check what that actually allows in terms of
Sure.
how far it goes. But I can ignore that pain,
Okay.
like all good children.
So while you look that up, Dot, you see Joey perform admirably and leap in front of the vehicle and is convincingly struck by a truck. What do the rest of you do?
I scream out.
I'm not sure that Bradley is sure that Joey didn't just get hit by a truck.
Yeah,
So
it's 50-50.
Bradley flaps out there. Oh no! Oh,
He willows.
this is not. No. Are you all right? Are you dead? You're not moving enough. Or perhaps you're moving too much. Don't at all.
It hurts so bad.
Get out of here, persons in the truck.
Jesus Christ.
Guys, I look up at you, probably a little bloody. I'm like, stop speaking. Where's Hiram?
Hiram is like, I probably give a glance at Joey and like kind of trying to gauge Bradley's reaction. Like, did the kid just actually get fucking hit? Are we still a go, or all right, we're a go? And I'm gonna go up to like the driver, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pound on the door. Hey, get the fuck out of the car. You just hit a fucking kid. And I mean, like, I'm all like big, burly, Chicago looking dude.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to open up that door and grab the guy by the collar and drag him out of the fucking vehicle.
Okay, so you hear the door handle maneuvering as you're on the driver's side of the passenger door engaging. If you're trying to rip this door open and this man out of it, I need you to roll me a might check, because as you go to grab the door, it is locked, but the locking mechanism on this truck is not that strong.
Fucking locks cars in 1920s. Did they even have locks back then?
People carrying things that are important.
Hey,
People that don't
that's
want to
true.
get their car stolen. Typically. The might check is going to be difficulty 4 for you to tear the door off the hinge.
Okay, I found it. Okay, so I do not feel the detrimental effects of being impaired on the damage track.
Okay.
And when you're debilitated, you ignore those effects and experience effects normally associated with being impaired. So it just drops you down.
So
So the good news is I take the damage.
Yeah.
Sorry,
so
gang.
if one of your pools is sent to 0, you don't get a -1 on everything. And if
Right.
2 of your pools are sent to 0, you only get a -1 instead of a -2.
Right, instead of -2, correct.
So you take
my
5 points
second
of damage minus the 2 armor from Bradley.
So,
So 3.
great, perfect. Okay,
So 3
that's good.
might.
I'm not looking so hot. Joey's really, yeah. Joey's actually hurt.
Hiram, you are tearing a door off its hinge?
Tearing a door off its hinge. I guess I'm not. I'm going to blow an XP. That's a reroll.
Sure.
So let's fucking do that.
Do you want to spend some strength to make this happen? You want to?
Oh yeah.
Do you have any skills that would apply to ripping a door off its hinge?
Sword stuff. I got bash. I got mighty blow. I got.
Those are abilities. Under your skills, do you have any skills that are good for tearing doors off hinges?
Running, climbing, and sword stuff.
Did you write sword stuff? Okay. I'm not surprised. So you can spend might from your pool to reduce this challenge.
Yeah, let's do that. How much do I gotta burn? 2 points?
So how many points do you want to spend? You can spend up to 3.
Let's do 2.
Okay, so you would need to subtract 5 from your might pool.
Okay.
And then your difficulty would now be a difficulty 2 strength check, or might check, rather.
Alright. Oh, balls.
And now you can spend the XP if you like.
That was the XP.
Oh, that was the XP. Shoot, that's
that was
right.
the XP.
Again, if you have more XP, there's no limit on how many times you can attempt to rip this door off.
How important is this?
I mean, it's up to you. How much do you want to rip this door off and this guy out of the vehicle?
Is it easier if I just, like, break the window?
You tell me. You're the one who tried to rip the door off.
I'll give you one of my XP.
At no point did you think that through. You were like, I'm tearing the door off. Yes. Oh, he has extra XP, Marcy. He's just...
I know. I don't get it very often, though.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll re-roll it.
All right.
Because Hiram is doomed.
That's true.
Yeah, you all have 5. I had, like, 3.
This is the best part. Is like, this is what he's good at, is strength and punching things, and he cannot open this door for the life of him.
I'm supposed to be good at jumping, and we see how that went.
Well, you jumped into the front of the car.
Oh,
Hey! There you go! Nat 20. Okay, so Nat 20 and a major effect. So you tear the door from the hinge. Like, you bend it backwards, like Beckham. What do you want your bonus to be? Your major effect.
The guy's holding on to the inside of the door and it just comes with it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a major effect that can immediately take. I can take a second action. I want to snap this guy's neck. Just
my god!
Quick and effective.
You know what? It's horror mode, and you guys don't get a lot of easy kills. I try to kill you often. So narrate to me how you tear the door off the hinge, and it results in the death of this fine, upstanding gentleman performing his daily job.
God, I hope it's the right vehicle.
Has a wife and...
I think, like, seeing Joey, like, probably legitimately getting hurt, kind of like that's something off in Hiram's mind, and setting things off is just rage. So he goes to the door, hears it click, but, like, pulls on it just before it can fully, like, lodge into the mechanism, and just rips the door off, throws it off to the side, reaches in with this big old ham of a fist, grabs the guy's neck, like, right into his chest, and almost like a gentle hug, just
Okay.
and slowly puts him down on the ground.
And as you grab him, a letter slips out of the breast of his pocket, and it reads, "Dearest Beatrice, I love you always and forever. You are my one true love, and I only work this job to afford a ring for our wedding. You are my betrothed." And
You say this like Hiram would give him.
And there's a locket that he wears that has a picture of them both. So you pull this guy out and hug him to death, and slowly lay him down on the ground, while the other man hasn't noticed yet and is rushing over to the side with Bradley and Joey rolling around in actual pain on the ground. Oh my God! What the kid just jumped out there. Is the kid all right? What happened? And he's kind of like trying to muscle.
Hit me!
I'm sorry. I wasn't
Don't
ready.
laugh at a child crying, Mike.
I wasn't ready for you to cry. The guy. Oh, I'm so sorry, kid. You jumped off the curb. There's no way we could have stopped in time. We're going 10 miles an hour.
You see me? It's all your fault.
You stepped right off into the street.
Bradley is going to try and put him to sleep.
Joey or the person? Okay. What magic do you have that puts them to sleep? Is it Hiram?
Onslaught. It's Onslaught.
Okay. Roll me. Jesus Christ. Difficulty 3 Onslaught.
Okay. Difficulty 3.
You're going to spend 17 points?
No, I am going to spend 2 levels of effort.
Oh my God.
There we go.
Okay.
So that is 5 damage.
Describe to me how you put this guy to sleep forever.
Forever? No, just the normal sleep.
I don't think that's what Onslaught does. I don't think it does non-lethal mental damage.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Oh, it does? It can do non-lethal mental damage? All right, cool.
Reduce damage, so it would only be 3 damage, but it ignores armor.
Okay. And then in that case, how do you put him to sleep? Actual normal sleep.
From the outside perspective, it just looks like Bradley briefly touches the guy's forehead, and he just goes boneless, and Bradley like drags him out of the way of the truck. But from the guy's perspective, he's suddenly mesmerized by this halo of glowing, like psychedelic miasma just drifting off of Bradley as he says "sleep" in like 13 voices at once, and when the thumb touches his forehead, the guy's mind erupts into a cacophony of all of his favorite childhood smells, and the overload just sends him right out.
Okay. Weird. You have put 2 men to sleep. Neither of them will Hiram be able to fit in their suit. They are normal-sized men and not Hiram-sized men. However, you could feasibly stuff Joey into a suit, although it'd be a little bit bigger than normal. Maybe a stack of phone books on the front seat. Yeah, perfect. Exactly like that. But you do have 3 people in a 2-person vehicle.
That's fine,
But it's
because we can... Yeah, we can put 2 people in the back.
Yeah, we're gonna put all the bodies in the back.
Do we
And
know what's in? I'm sure you like gets. Do we know what's in the back?
You're about to find out. Life is about discoveries.
let's open that back room.
Okay.
Did you see that? I got hit by a car.
Yeah,
I like crawl in the back.
That is a Joey thing to say. You guys see that? Ran right into me. So yeah, you're easily able to find the keys for this vehicle and the separate keys for the back of the truck. And you open this as you, I assume, drag the sleeping men, we'll call them, to the back of the vehicle. As you kind of open the double hatch doors, you see that this is in fact a cold truck. And in it, there are bracings around the side, the rounder parts of the side of the truck, and there are 2 rows of shelves. And Joey, this is like a dream come true. These are rows and rows and rows of flasks. Like, just straight up Erlenmeyer flasks in rows.
What's in
each containing some kind of liquid. There's a lot of Latin on all these words, on all these jars in sections.
I spin around and smile at them. Right in the back?
You're up front. Here, take
No,
that.
you
Like,
said.
Start stripping the one guy off of his like top suit, and I'm gonna throw it at the kid. I'm gonna get the other guy. Hey, he's still. Brad.
I'll drive. You get in the back in case something goes wrong. And honestly, I think the kid should be back there with you.
Good about that.
Let me sit back here. Come on. I won't touch nothing. Promise.
You break something.
I won't break nothing.
All right.
I didn't break any of those beakers when he was giving that silly little chat about Egypt or whatever.
Not silly, not chat. But let's get going.
Before I transition over to Marcy, Colin, can Bradley drive?
Yeah.
Or is that
Really
beneath the Leech
intrigued.
family?
Hypothetically, he can drive. Like,
Okay.
he's read how to drive.
Yeah. So he knows how to drive like I know how to drive stick. Perfect. Cool.
Yeah.
So you get in the truck. There is a lot of lurching and shaking in the back of this thing. Hiram, you're kind of, holding on to both of these shelves here as Joey excitedly tries to read all of the Latin.
So what do you think that one is?
As it's like clink, clink, and it lurches forward, and like you can feel each gear shift as it continues down 2 blocks.
Grinds
Yeah.
under the button.
Oh, there's some citrus in this. Oh. Oh, I think I've got it. There we go. All right.
Jack,
Joey, I feel like you could have done fucking better.
I could have. I've driven a car before. They had to put bricks on my feet, but it was fine.
Yeah, I see that. That checks out.
Jack, there is in fact a French cafe across the street from Emmett Kant's research facility.
What
You
is the
know
name?
it well. It's a fancy. It's called Lorelei's Cafe. You know that Lorelei is neither French nor is anyone that works there, but it's fancy and in 1927. They sell things like croissants, is how they say them, which you're pretty sure is not right at all. But you, from your area, sitting enjoying a fine French cup of coffee, a French roast, if you will, you can hear. And you can see this powder blue truck shimmying down this street. And you know that if you were gonna sing show tunes, now would be the time to start.
Ha. I'm not going to. I'm sure it'll be.
Yeah.
We don't know the layout of the inside. There's no reason. Just it's fine. Yeah.
I'm seriously sorry.
Nothing. Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Check, please.
Oh, for you, it's on the house.
Sure. See you around.
Hopefully. And she cleans up your cup and goes back inside.
All right. So I'm gonna clean up.
So, are you headed towards the front door, or are you gonna leave?
Yep.
Okay. So there is a an opening, like a chain link opening. There's like a little gate that kind of goes in there, and you can see that there is a guard outside of the gate. It's the only person outside of the gate is the one in front of. The only person outside of the fence line is the person standing in front of this gate. He is suited as well, black suit, white shirt, black tie, no hat, but he has slicked back hair, and he stands with his arms crossed, hand on the wrist, sort of in front of him. And I'd like you to roll me a perception check.
Sure.
Difficulty is going to be 3.
Try.
I think your heightened senses would probably play into this a little bit.
Okay. Let's see what I get. Let's see what I get. You've got such a tiny screen.
Oh no.
Oh, I failed that one.
Okay.
That's great.
Would you like to spend XP?
Nah.
Okay.
See how this goes.
Fantastic. So you walk up to this guy. He gruffly ignores you, right? Assuming you're just going to pass by like everyone else does. And he just stands there, arms crossed in front of himself, kind of just 1,000-yard stare, looking forward, waiting for his shift to be over.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll pass by him and right in.
The door is behind him. You have to go through him to get into the door.
Yeah, I'll pass by him.
Okay.
Like everyone else does.
So you leave then to go
Yeah.
on? Okay. Where are you going?
I'm a fancy man in a suit.
Okay. All right. You know what? You are a fancy man in a suit.
I am.
Roll me fancy man in a suit.
Okay.
I don't know
Okay,
what
sure.
the hell that would be of the 3 stats. Maybe
Okay.
speed or intellect. But roll me air of arrogance. Whatever
Okay.
that one is.
What's the difficulty is?
I would say intelligence. Difficulty is going to be 4.
Okay. Well, I'm rolling speed because I gotta go fast.
Okay, sure.
I failed.
Okay. Do you have any skills that add to this? I will give you an asset for fancy man in a suit. It's still a failure,
Okay.
but
Yeah,
would,
it's still a failure.
would you like to
I
spend
failed.
XP for this one? Jesus.
Yeah, I got nothing for that. Let's see here. No, it's only if I start talking to people, it'll be fine. But
Okay.
right now, just passing by.
Trying to get by as quick as possible. Okay. So as you try to just nonchalantly walk past this guy, he kind of like puts a shoulder into you and then sticks an arm out. Whoa. Where do you think you're going here, bub?
I have an appointment.
With who?
Will you allow me to roll an intellect check to maybe recall who might be in charge here?
Yeah.
I might have seen it on a dossier in the Men of Letters.
Yeah, for sure. The difficulty is going to be 4.
Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 levels of effort for this.
Alrighty.
Oh no, what happened to my thing? Where'd the check go? I lost the checkbox. Oh no. I will try that again. It just disappeared.
Nah, it's fine. It's roll 20. What can we do?
There it is. All right, you said 4?
Yeah.
Okay. It just vanished. There we go. Natural 20.
Cool. You know that there is a woman inside here who is you believe, well, I mean, with a nat 20, you're positive. She is one of the higher up scientists in charge of one of the departments. However, you were not able to discern which department she is from.
Okay.
That's still an unknown to the Men of Letters. Her name is Leona Russell.
Leona Russell?
Yep.
Okay.
And what would you like for your major effect?
Even though I don't have an appointment, she has time for me.
Okay, cool. Fantastic. Yeah, so how does this conversation go between you and random guard number 1?
I'm here to see Leona Russell. Leona Russell.
Oh, did you have an appointment?
I should have an appointment.
Um,
My family, the Winans, is going to be very disappointed in this facility if I don't have an appointment.
oh, okay. No. And he kind of like looks, and then he like peeks back inside, and you see him like point to somebody, and then like point around. No, that I completely understand. Go on, Mr. Woodard. And he steps out of the way and allows you to walk in.
Thank you.
Have a good day, sir.
You too.
Steps back in and resumes his stationary guard position. Inside the facility, there
I'm doing
is
speaker things. I'm so happy.
there is you picked the weirdest 2 things: the speaker and violent monster.
I use some of them sometimes.
Yeah. As you walk in, it is lush green grass. This is in your advanced experience. This whoever has this building, whoever owns this facility, they have money. This is everything about this is well put together. Everything's well manicured. Everything runs tip top shape. All the bricks seems to be scrubbed clean. That kind of thing, right? And you see these guards rotating in groups of 2. And you see them go, and then probably like a good 60 seconds later, another guard kind of passes in your vicinity. They seem to be doing like circles around, like rounds around this building. But you see a guard is standing by a door and has the door opened and is sort of looking in your direction. And as he kind of catches your eye, he puts a hand up. Was it an appointment?
Yeah, I should have one.
That's this way.
Thank you.
If you have an appointment with Leona, then I assume you know the way.
Yep, absolutely.
In you go.
But say I forgot for reasons, where would I go?
You're going to go down, past the first hallway, past the second hallway, take a right onto the third hallway. There's a set of stairs that will lead you to the second floor. Go up the stairs, and her office is the third door on the left.
Third door on the left?
Yeah.
All right.
Have a good day, sir.
You do.
And he begins
Not
to
million.
close the door behind you. And we'll cut over to the jalopy as it putters its way, lurching towards the back gate. You see the door begin to like rattle open as it rolls on its wheel, and two of these similarly dressed guards sort of walk out, and they watch as the vehicle kind of lurches forward. And you see one of them stand in front of the vehicle, and the other one kind of approaches the driver's side door and sort of taps on the window. You have to roll the window down for us to talk. You're muted.
Yeah, I am. Bradley is going to roll the window down, and in a moment of panic, think that he has to not be himself, so he's going to pretend to be Hiram. How can I help you, guy?
Where's the other driver?
We got totally knocked into by a car. Nothing serious. And like shake the car that the door that Hiram ripped off. Be like, but the other guy, he's what's staying behind to get the driver information and sort it out. So I figured I'd finish the route.
What are you new?
Oh, no, I'm an old driving. Yeah, I'm new.
Yeah, that checks out. Did anything break in the back?
Oh, no. It, all aces over there.
What?
Nothing broke.
Where's that accent from?
Chicago?
Yeah, that checks out. And he sort of steps out of the way and allows you into the It allows you into the facility. Oh no, the other guy who was standing in front of the truck walks over to the building, and you see him like pull up the lever and sort of hit the button, and the electric, which that's a good way for you to know, Bradley, that this place has money, is the electric door begins to open up, and they wait for you to enter in, as the other guy sort of closes the door behind you.
All right, you guys, you seen the ball game? And
As it lurches forward, you can kind of see the other guy look at the, guard 2, look at guard 3, and just sort of shake their heads as you lurch into this building. You go in about a car length, and then, about this truck's length, and then it dips downward, and you are going down into a basement level of this facility with this vehicle. There's only one path to take, and eventually it opens up into a massive underground garage. And you see that there are at least a dozen of these trucks that look identical to this. And you see there is a loading dock, an underground loading dock for you to back up to and offload these supplies. Do you attempt to back this thing up? In the back,
are there people around?
There aren't.
Then no.
Okay.
No, if there's no one around, then I can take my time and I'm not being rushed. So I will do that.
Okay. So you slowly and carefully back up this truck, and the two of you inside know you've stopped when it comes to a complete lurch, and you hear the screeching of metal on stone. Just a little bit of that bumper caught the back end of that lift there, and the vehicle has stopped as all the bottles sort of rattle in their little holsters. And you are free to move about the cabin. With that, we'll cut back up to Jack, who is getting to the staircase. Jack, you see the staircase. It is, your typical switchback staircase, you see that there is a set of stairs that leads down and a set of stairs that leads up. You are also speaking through a glass window, and I can't hear you.
Hey, I'm gonna go down.
Okay.
Why not?
Perfect.
Why not just take a look while they're waiting
Yeah,
for
of
me?
course.
I got lost. It's the craziest thing.
It's the weirdest thing. It's a big building.
Up, down.
Yeah, turn around. So you walk downstairs, and when the staircase sort of lets out, it's very, very, sterile. It's very hospitally. There's extra lights in here. It's bright. It's not disgusting Dr. West's laboratory of all weird oddities. This seems like a facility. This is this is what you would imagine. Like they have enough lights to be an operating room kind of thing. Everything is sort of pasted in that fluorescent glow of electric light. And you can see that there are branching hallways, and all of them have half walls, and then the remainder is glass, so you can see into all of these things. And in them, there are men and women and everyone that you assume in white suits, white, almost hazmat-y kind of suits. They have the rubber gloves up to the elbow, and they are all wearing some sort of full head masks. At first, it kind of gives you the sense of the Church of Starry Night, but after you kind of shake that feeling, they are science-y. It's far less culty and far more science-y. And they are all working on something. There's beakers, Bunsen burners, Erlenmeyer flasks, etc. All these kinds of scientific, alchemical things all around. And you can see them working on some kind of series of concoctions in all of these rooms.
Just out of curiosity, because I'm very curious, do I spot any sort of scale logos anywhere? On doors or on signs? Just maybe it's I don't know, sort of embossed into the back of one of these clean suits that they're wearing.
What? Oddly enough, you do. There is one on every single door. There is this standard wooden door, glass in the center, or glass window at the same height as the rest of the glass in the thing. And below the window is the scales and a word in Latin. Each word is different in Latin.
Yeah, I don't speak Latin, but
yep. But you'd at least know that they're different words.
Yeah, great. Okay, so if I had to guess, Dr. Leona Russell's probably pestilence. Or maybe there's a head scientist here. Okay, I will, I'll slip back upstairs at this point.
Okay.
Or try to.
Sure. Yeah, no one's really paying attention to you. They're too busy doing science. It's hardy work.
Busy doing science.
Yeah, they're too busy doing science. That's just a common turn of phrase down here. So as you begin to walk up to, I assume, the second floor, we'll cut back to the Broadway troupe. What are you guys doing?
Can we feel the car's being backed up?
It's stopped now. You guys have all stopped.
Yeah, I would come around and open the back doors for you.
You probably catch Joey mid reaching for.
Don't do that. All right.
Wasn't going to touch you.
You were, and we all saw it. So let's get out of the truck and get on with the mission. I told several whoppers up there, and I don't know if they're going to hold. So it's best.
On this trip, how many of these could I have pickpocketed into my new jacket?
You could have pickpocketed at least 2, but you'd have to roll for pickpocket to see if Hiram saw you. And
okay.
No roll. I saw you.
Oh, dang it.
Just let you.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not gonna fucking stop the kid. Like,
Yes.
look at the happiness it brings him. You know.
The kid got hit by a car.
There's blood running out of my nose at the moment. Like,
Yeah.
let the kid have her science
Let her
project.
have her science. Yeah.
Store. Like, come on.
I go, okay. I look right at, and I get out, like, you're right. Derp, derp. As I have two of
There's
them in my
one,
pocket.
one in each pocket of this robe. Okay, fan-freaking-tastic. So you all get out of the truck, and yeah, you see that there is a cement underground loading dock down here.
Well, we did it. What now?
Where you are backed up to, there is a open bay door that leads down, relatively dark hallway. You would assume that one is to offload their equipment here.
So, thinking out loud, the equipment would probably have to go to some storage, which would have to be accessed from wherever they were. So, I think we follow where these files would have gone anyway, and we'll get into the heart of this place.
So we just need to hide till somebody comes and gets them?
No, I was going to suggest we just go in.
Oh, we're gonna deliver them?
I don't see why we need to do that.
No.
No, I mean, like, we're gonna pretend. Is that the plan? I don't know that I understood. I don't think Dot understood. Joey.
Oh no, we're in. Let's head deeper in. Is all my suggestion. Yeah. So
Do we know? We don't know where we're going.
Hey, Bradley, were those guys out front? Were they armed?
Probably. I was too busy doing this spot-on impression of your accent, actually.
Is it as spot on as your fucking driving?
Have you never used a clutch?
I've never been in a car before. Well, in that part of a car before. Or a car that big. Or with so many knobs.
I see.
Okay, but don't you think it's gonna be kind of like you think it's gonna be kind of like strange that the three of us walking around?
Probably,
I'm
yes.
a kid in. Okay, well, if we do it, we don't know where we're going. We didn't think this part through.
Exactly. That's why I'm so confident with this part.
I don't think
Well, the other part worked just fine.
It did, didn't it? How is your body injury?
I probably partially take the robe off to some degree. There's a lot of like abrasions, no doubt, and like blood, but nothing.
My point
Nothing.
is, we have been resisting the pattern so far, and I think the pattern will carry us through.
You know,
Okay.
I'm gonna like slap my hand on you, Bradley.
Yeah.
Once, I agree with this guy. I think we just go in.
You agreeing?
I'm agreeing. Whatever happens, what are they gonna do? What? Shoot at us? We seem worse than that. We can handle that.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I want to. You know what? You're the adults.
Joey, you understand, this is exactly the sort of situation where your natural skills at being unseen and scampering like a street person would be very useful.
You know, sometimes I can't tell if you're being mean or serious.
I'm too anxious to be mean on purpose.
Well, all right, fine. I sneak in. You two can walk around, but I can't just walk around. Maybe I can find Jack.
That's exactly what you should do. You're going to help
Go
us
run
find
and play,
Jack.
Joey. Go find
No.
Jack.
No,
Let you do all the fucking work.
this is the pattern, isn't it?
Okay.
You will have a connection to Jack. And so, if we follow you, we'll find Jack.
Okay. Well, keep up. Joey sneaks in. Wait, you're
now
behind
you're
a window now,
muted.
sir.
I sure am. Are you delivering the flasks, or are you just doing some?
How does it
sneaks?
look like they are delivered?
So you can see, since the two of you, since you and Hiram were in the back of this truck for a long enough time, there is a magnetic bolt that is in two places that hold these racks in the back of the truck. You can unbolt them, and the whole rack each of the racks slide out on rafters.
Okay, here's what I think you should do. You two should just keep up with the... I got too much shit on my head. The two of you should just keep doing the thing. Like, make them think that you're just here making the delivery. I'm gonna sneak in.
Okay. Well, my only concern is we still don't have a uniform for Giant Hiram, but
No.
it's fine.
I mean, look at him. He looks like a working man. Just if somebody comes up and asks, tell him, look, he's a big boy. They didn't have a size to fit in.
That's fair. We'll try that. Don't go far.
But you said I'm supposed to do the thing street peoples do. That means
Right.
I'm gonna go sneak around and go kind of far.
We're going to try to keep up.
Okay.
So you unhinge the alchemical carts, these flasks from the back of this coolant truck, and you begin to sort of move them through as the wheels sort of tumble and the jars sort of rattle. Joey, are you just right in the shadows, or what are you doing here? Musical chairs. Joey, as in Dot, what are you doing? Are you stealthing?
You gotta be more specific, Mike. Okay, I'm gonna sneak in. Once I get in the door, I need to just like get my bearings. Like, is this a warehouse? What's going on? How many people are there? Because all that will make a decision. So let's, answer those things.
Okay. So as you guys head down this, barely lit tunnel, you eventually exit out into a very sterile-looking environment, much like I described for Jack. You see that there are these half walls, these basically the cubicles around with glass and all kinds of science.
So
happening.
we open straight up into the like lab. This is
Yes.
not like a storage facility anyway. Okay.
Nope. And as you do, there are like a what you assume to be a doctor sort of crosses in front of like the general path of all of you and sort of looks down towards Bradley and Hiram and says, "Oh, delivery." And he like takes a second and looks at Hiram. What's the truck number?
Ooh, hold on. I think I have a skill for remembering things.
I got a skill for remembering things too.
I don't have a skill for remembering things.
Joey does.
I'm gonna punch him in the face, knock him out.
Wait, is there anybody else around? No, don't do that. Joey, does Joey know? Did I notice it on the truck? My little thing.
Roll me a difficulty 3 remembering things. Hiram, I will say if this fails, you can punch in the face. However, there's
That's a fair question. Is there anybody else around, or is it just this one?
the whole floor is glass windows with people working in the glass windows.
Okay, Joey is hiding in the shadows and remembers the number. I got a success.
What's the number, Joey?
You're like whispering at the side to me.
Yeah, 47.
Oh, it's 47.
No, 37.
37.
I'm sorry. Is it 37 or 47?
37. You know, us Chicago guys.
It's a very thick accent you have, sir. I've never heard. Anyway, it doesn't matter. 37 is cold storage number 4, and she points you down the hallway to her left, your right.
Hey, forget about it. Just
I'm
starts,
offended.
like stiffly pushing the thing.
You can feel the heat coming off of Hiram.
All right, I'm gonna start my stealth process to continue to stay unknown.
Yeah, where are you going?
Okay, I am not interested in cold storage.
Mm-hmm.
the vials, I guess I didn't have time to really pop one of them open, like in the back of the truck, to like try to figure out what it is.
Roll me science.
Science, chemistry.
It's going to be a difficulty 5, science.
Woofy. Okay, that's gonna have to use some effort. I'm gonna use all 3 because I want to pass this one. There you go.
You succeed. Nice. Okay. While you don't know specifically, because I'm not going to Google a bunch of different names in Latin, every single thing in every section that was in this thing, they're all strains of various diseases.
As I go, I go, be careful with that.
As I continue chugging along.
And I'm just gonna keep to the shadows. I'm not going to follow them. Surprise.
Okay. Where are you headed? Just so I know for future reference.
I'm gonna guess maybe there's like a longer way around. I'm trying to get my bearings. I want to see what's going on here. If Joey thinks that they are making viruses or they're replicating them in some way for mass production, and we are talking weapons, there's some bad juju. I need answers.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, roll me a stealth just so I know.
How stealthy Joey is?
Just roll me a stealth and see what happens. Open-ended, and we'll see how good or bad it is based on your roll.
Okay, well, I got lots of speed at the moment, so I'm gonna just dip into that pool.
Every effort you spend increases your dice by 3.
I rolled a 4.
You rolled a 4.
I rolled a solid 4.
Fantastic. Are you spending effort?
I did spend effort.
Oh, you sure did. Okay, so that would be
I spent 1. That's just a bad roll. So, yeah. Actually, better yet, I'm going to spend... This is important. I'm going to spend an XP.
Okay.
I only have 1 left, and I'm going to re-roll it. Let's spend that over again. Okay, I rolled a 13 that time. 13.
Okay, that's far better. And you're trained in it, so it actually goes up 1 more. Cool. Right, so you begin sneaking around. We're going to do a few jump cuts here because we're going to get to the end of the session so Doc can leave. Jack, you arrive at the 2nd floor and you see a similar kind of layout to the basement level where there's like office rooms. There's no science happening on the 2nd floor here. This is all offices. This is Mad Men happening. And you see that there are a row of like a hallway, and on either side there are wooden doors with the fogged glass. And you see that not the one at the end, but one of the closest ones on the side says Leona Russell on that one. Doctor, PhD, etc., Leona Russell.
All right.
And you are able to head down towards that one. As you kind of put a hand on the handle, we'll cut quickly over to Hiram and Bradley as you enter into cold storage unit number 4. Inside cold storage unit number 4, there are 2 people in the full, what you saw inside the glass rooms, the full white suited getup, like white sort of helmet thingy, clear face mask. They have the rubber gloves up to their arms. You 2 sort of pull in with these 2 carts, and you see before you a portly man. He's maybe 5'2". He's looking like a good 300 pounds. He's a big guy. Bowler hat sort of tucked down. You see that he wears a set of scales on his lapel, and he turns over to the 2 of you and he says, "Ah, yes, the latest delivery." And his smile goes across his whole face, and you see a row of razor sharp teeth. And that is where we end this episode of Men of Letters, with the party sufficiently split and all over the place.
Though, if I'm going to be in the room with the bad guy, I want to be in the room with the bad guy and Hiram.
Yeah.
So that's this is the best of the worst situations that they could be.
Which is funny because of all of the rooms with a bad guy in it, with Hiram in it, Bradley is the least...
This is fine, I think I went the wrong way.
No, Jack got to do speaker things.
I
might get to do other speaker things next session.
You sure will. I like how you're like, we'll split the party, and then split it again, Let's see if we can split it one more time.
Yeah. How many?
You got this already. Go do
Fraction.
I'm saying I might get laid.
Yeah, like Hiram's like, I can move both of these cards at once. I don't need you, Bradley. Yeah, that was. I mean, I feel like that's the running gag. Is everywhere that Jack goes, someone either or he hits on someone. So
It's very hard being Jack.
it's real. It really is. It really is. All right, guys. This was episode 14. 14 called
14.
Causality. We have but 2 more episodes left before the party ultimately demises. I mean, it succeeds and saves the world from the apocalypse. That being said, let's go around, do our introductions, and get the hell out of here. We'll start with Little Red Dot. Who are you? Where can we find you? And what are you up to?
Yeah, I'm Little Red Dot. I'm going from here over to Margaret Chrome's channel to close out her witch campaign, Witches and Spellcrafts campaign. So you can come be with me till 1 in the morning. Other than that, oh wait, no, I'm gonna let Marcy do that one. You can check me out on the new season 2 premiere of Vampire the Masquerade. What is it? Oh, it's not the Sounds of Silence anymore. It's like Silence of Shadows. Silence of Shadows season 2 starts up this Saturday over on Roll For It, so come check it out. I'm very excited. I finished making all of my dreads today.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it should be fun
to see the new character. Well, the new old character.
I was about to, she's same Dakota.
Yeah. We'll go over to Gnome. Who are you? Where can we find you? And what are you up to?
Hey, my name is Gnome. You can catch me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at NoMedic, and I'm in a whole buttload of things. I'm here every Thursday. On Sundays, you can catch me on the Kobold Press channel, where I play a kobold. On Mondays, we have a new show on the Variant Roles channel. Thank you. It's my first time with them. It's great. We're playing The Watch, which is this really very social political game with a fantastic cast, and I'm super excited to play it. Tuesdays, you catch me on my channel. I play Minecraft, which is basically I just play Minecraft on everybody else's channel. And then on Wednesdays, I'm over on the God's Fall channel, where you can catch us playing, well, pre-recorded technically, the Rise of the Demigods podcast.
Hell yeah. We'll jump right over to Marcy. Who are you? Where can we find you? And what are you up to?
Hi, everybody. My name is Marcy Vaughn. I'm one half of the Phantom Roll booth. Right now, we're not doing a whole lot that's public. This weekend, you can find me on Gold Heart Gaming on Sunday at 11 a.m. EDT for Legacy of Eldrin, in which I friggin' I don't want to call him Wind Daddy.
But he is.
It's just, I can't. And then right after that, 5 p.m. EDT, we're back on Little Red Dot's channel with Al Vicia.
Did you do all the art for the Gold Heart Gaming show?
No, not that one. That's actually done by Itzkana for the show in general. I do the Waterdeep Dragon Heist art.
Okay, that's what it is. I knew you did some of the art for one of their games, and I was like, I can't remember which one it is. And we'll jump over to the other half Phantom Roll booth. Colin, who are you? Where can we find you? And what are you up to?
Hi, I'm the other half of the Phantom Roll booth. As of right now, I'm on this show. That's it.
Perfect. If you like the music stylings of this group, guys, stick around for next season. This whole group is back together. Jess included. We are playing Symbaroum, where Marcy does her best to make it adventure time, and we do our best to survive in an evil dark forest that wants nothing more than to kill you.
A Goblin Monster Hunter game.
Yeah, that's her goal. Is to make this, their goal. Sorry, to make this a Monster Hunter nonsensical, whimsical party in the darkest Swedish RPG I've ever seen. So,
And when does that start, Mike?
October the 8th.
Cool. Next season.
10th. October 10th.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
I've just gotten back from the burn.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Hell yeah. With that, guys, we're going to go raid our friends over at Mini Terrain Domain. They are currently playing some Ghost of Saltmarsh, one of my favorite human beings. V Muse is over there, so go check them out. Give them all of your hot, sticky raid love. And from all of us to you guys, bye-bye.
Bye.
Damn it, Gnome.